EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First play and a first pass for Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field. Things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Andy Janovich, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. On first down, Mahomes. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That would feel great for their team.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Hall. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo now for the point after. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely...
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball again on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They go play fake. Mahomes. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. That's caught by Mingo, right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really be demoralizing.
They'll try to run with Hall. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
One of the tight ends comes in motion. Ball again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The fourth down pass from the 5 falls incomplete. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Past the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now. And connecting here with DJ Shark. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Murray from midfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Murray. And Shark calls it in. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 18. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Right back to him on 1st down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this. 45-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Now Patrick going to change the play. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Paul ought to give up the middle.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
In motion right is Mingo. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Tackled on the play by Damari Mathis.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Stevenson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
2nd down and 8.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Dayo Odeyingbo in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Kim. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back to throw again.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Atlanta. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. This to McLaurin out on the left side.
Still going inside the 20.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for the Falcons, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL